2026 Harley-Davidson Breakout 114 is insane. The factory drag bike that turns every street into a show. What if Harley-Davidson built a motorcycle that looked less like a traditional cruiser and more like a custom drag bike, straight from a premium show floor? Meet the 2026 Harley-Davidson Breakout 114, a machine designed to deliver jaw-dropping style, massive V-twin torque, and the kind of road presence that makes traffic disappear around it. From the moment the sunlight hits its stretched fuel tank, wide rear tire, and aggressive low-slung stance, it's obvious this isn't an ordinary Harley. The Breakout was created for riders who want attention before the engine even starts. But the real shock comes when that Milwaukee-Eight V-twin roars to life. Beneath the long, muscular bodywork lives a torque monster that transforms every throttle twist into an event. Whether you're cruising downtown, launching away from a stoplight, or stealing the spotlight at bike night, the Breakout 114 delivers a riding experience that's equal parts performance and theater. It combines modern Softail engineering with classic chopper-inspired proportions, creating one of the most dramatic motorcycles in Harley-Davidson's lineup. This isn't a motorcycle built for blending in. It's built for riders who want every ride to feel like a grand entrance, and every departure to leave a lasting impression. At the heart of the Breakout 114 beats Harley-Davidson's legendary Milwaukee-Eight 114 V-twin, an engine built around one thing above all else: torque. Producing a massive wave of low-end pulling power, the 1,868cc power plant delivers effortless acceleration that feels more like a muscle car than a traditional cruiser. Twist the throttle and the Breakout surges forward with authority, pushing that huge rear tire into the pavement with unmistakable force. Unlike high-revving sport bikes, this engine doesn't need to scream to make power. The strongest punch arrives right where riders use it most: low and mid-range RPM. The 6-speed transmission shifts with satisfying precision, while electronic fuel injection provides crisp throttle response in every condition. Highway cruising feels relaxed and smooth, yet a quick roll of the throttle instantly unleashes serious acceleration for passing or simply enjoying the engine's immense character. The Milwaukee-Eight also sounds incredible, producing a deep, rhythmic rumble that defines the Harley-Davidson experience. Every pulse through the bars and seat reminds you that this is authentic American 5-twin performance. The Breakout isn't about chasing top-speed records. It's about delivering addictive torque every single time the light turns green. Few motorcycles look as dramatic as the Breakout 114. Harley-Davidson designed it with unmistakable drag bike proportions, and every detail reinforces that aggressive personality. The long, stretched fuel tank flows seamlessly into the low solo seat, while the massive 240mm rear tire creates a stance that looks planted and powerful even when parked. A wide 21-inch front wheel adds to the chopper-inspired silhouette, giving the motorcycle an unmistakably custom appearance straight from the factory. Blacked-out finishes, premium paint, and minimal bodywork keep the focus on the engine and the motorcycle's muscular proportions. The handlebars are positioned for a commanding reach-forward stance, while the chopped rear fender exposes as much of that enormous rear tire as possible. From every angle, the Breakout looks expensive, aggressive, and unmistakably Harley-Davidson. Park it beside almost any other cruiser, and it immediately steals attention. It doesn't rely on excessive chrome or complicated bodywork. Instead, it uses proportion, stance, and mechanical presence to create impact. This is one of those rare motorcycles that looks like it has already been customized by a professional builder, even though it rolled straight off the showroom floor. The biggest surprise about the Breakout 114 isn't the styling or the engine. It's how refined it feels on the road. Underneath the dramatic drag bike appearance is Harley-Davidson's modern Softail chassis, which delivers far better handling and comfort than many riders expect from a motorcycle with such extreme proportions. The hidden rear monoshock keeps the clean, hardtail-inspired look while providing real suspension travel for everyday riding. The chassis feels solid and confidence-inspiring, especially at highway speeds where the long wheelbase and wide rear tire create exceptional stability. Steering is naturally heavier than a smaller cruiser, but the wide bars provide good leverage, making the Breakout surprisingly manageable once you're moving. Through sweeping corners, the motorcycle feels planted and composed, encouraging a smoother, more flowing riding style. Braking performance is strong and predictable, with ABS adding extra confidence during emergency stops. Harley successfully transformed what could have been a show-only motorcycle into a machine that genuinely works on real roads. It may look like a custom drag bike, but it rides with the refinement of a modern touring-capable cruiser. In Despite its aggressive appearance, the Breakout 114 is built for more than short rides between coffee shops. The low seat height creates an immediate sense of confidence, while the stretched riding position encourages relaxed cruising over long distances. The seat is well-shaped for solo riding, providing good support during extended highway miles, and the floorboard-free foot control setup keeps the motorcycle feeling more performance-oriented than a traditional touring cruiser. Wind pressure becomes part of the experience, reinforcing the Breakout's stripped-down muscle bike personality, yet the relaxed engine and stable chassis make sustained highway riding surprisingly comfortable. The Milwaukee-Eight loafs along effortlessly at cruising speeds, reducing vibration and fatigue while delivering that addictive VT twin soundtrack. Add an accessory windshield and saddlebags, and the Breakout can easily handle weekend road trips. Harley-Davidson understands that many riders want a motorcycle that looks like a custom show bike but can still be ridden for hours without punishment. The Breakout strikes that balance remarkably well. It feels special enough for a Friday night cruise and comfortable enough for a Sunday ride that lasts all day. Harley-Davidson wisely kept the Breakout's technology subtle. Instead of filling the cockpit with giant screens and complicated menus, the bike preserves a clean, minimalist appearance while integrating modern electronics where they matter most. Electronic fuel injection delivers smooth, consistent performance in all conditions, while ABS provides added confidence during hard braking. Recent Softail updates have also introduced selectable ride modes, traction management, and cornering-enhanced safety systems on many models, helping riders manage the Breakout's substantial torque without distracting from the riding experience. LED lighting improves visibility while maintaining the motorcycle's aggressive styling, and keyless ignition adds everyday convenience. The small digital display is discreetly integrated into the handlebar area, providing essential information without cluttering the view. Harley's approach is refreshingly restrained. Technology should support the ride, not dominate it. The result is a motorcycle that feels modern and refined, while still preserving the raw, mechanical character that makes the Breakout so appealing. You get the benefits of contemporary engineering without losing the emotional connection that defines a great cruiser. Every great Harley has a soundtrack, and the Breakout 114 delivers one of the best. The Milwaukee-Eight engine produces a deep, authoritative rumble at idle that instantly announces the motorcycle's presence. Roll on the throttle, and the exhaust note grows into a rich, muscular roar that perfectly matches the bike's aggressive styling. It isn't just loud, it has depth, rhythm, and character. The long exhaust system gives the engine a full-bodied sound that turns tunnels, underpasses, and empty highways into personal concert halls. Riders often find themselves exhilarating simply to hear that V-twin come alive again. Combined with the stretched stance and massive rear tire, the soundtrack transforms the Breakout into a complete sensory experience. People don't just look at it, they hear it coming. That's a huge part of the motorcycle's appeal. In a world where many machines are becoming quieter and more isolated, the Breakout still feels gloriously mechanical and emotional. The sound reinforces everything the motorcycle represents: power, confidence, and unapologetic attitude. Long after the ride ends, that Milwaukee-Eight rumble is usually the part that stays in your head. Let's be honest. The Breakout 114 was never designed for riders who want to go unnoticed. This motorcycle is for people who enjoy the social side of motorcycling as much as the riding itself. Fuel stops become conversations. Parking lots become photo sessions. Other riders walk over to ask about the rear tire, the paint, or the engine. The Breakout naturally attracts attention because it looks far more exotic than most factory cruisers. Yet, underneath that showbike appearance is a genuinely usable Harley that can be ridden every day. That's what makes it special. Many custom motorcycles sacrifice practicality for style, but the Breakout delivers both. It appeals to riders who want the look of a professionally built chopper without the reliability headaches or extreme ergonomics that often come with true customs. Whether you're cruising the boulevard, heading to a motorcycle event, or simply taking the long way home, the Breakout turns ordinary rides into memorable experiences. It isn't trying to be the most comfortable touring bike or the sharpest canyon carver. It's trying to make you feel like the coolest person on the road, and it succeeds remarkably well. The Breakout 114 sits in the premium end of Harley-Davidson's cruiser lineup, and it earns that position through a combination of performance, styling, and exclusivity. You're not just paying for an engine, you're paying for one of the most dramatic factory customs Harley has ever built. The Milwaukee-Eight 114, premium Softail chassis, high-quality finishes, and unmistakable road presence create an ownership experience that feels genuinely special. It also holds value well thanks to strong demand and the enduring popularity of muscle cruiser styling. For riders considering aftermarket customization, the Breakout can actually represent good value because so much of the custom look is already included from the factory. Wide tires, stretched proportions, premium paint, and blacked-out components would cost a fortune to replicate on a standard cruiser. Maintenance is straightforward, reliability is proven, and the aftermarket support is enormous if you want to personalize it further. If your goal is maximum comfort per dollar, a touring Harley may make more sense. But if your goal is owning a motorcycle that delivers equal parts performance, style, and emotional impact, the Breakout 114 becomes much easier to justify. After spending time with the 2026 Harley-Davidson Breakout 114, one thing becomes crystal clear. This is one of the most charismatic cruisers Harley-Davidson has ever built. It combines the brutal torque of the Milwaukee-Eight 114 with factory custom styling that still stops traffic years after its introduction. The stretched stance, massive 240mm rear tire, premium finishes, refined Softail chassis, and unforgettable VT twin soundtrack create a motorcycle that feels special every single time you start it. It proves that a cruiser can be both a showpiece and a serious riding machine. Whether you're chasing Sunset Boulevard rides, weekend highway escapes, or simply want a motorcycle that makes your garage feel more exciting, the Breakout delivers an experience few competitors can match. It isn't about practicality or lap times, it's about emotion, presence, and that unmistakable feeling of twisting the throttle on a true American muscle cruiser. Now we want to hear from you. Would you choose the 2026 Harley-Davidson Breakout 114 over the Suzuki Boulevard M109R, Triumph Rocket 3R, Indian Sport Chief RT, or Ducati Diavel V4? Tell us your choice in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next incredible cruiser might be even more outrageous than this one.